It is quite unbearable. The stirring that you might see in the world, you're feeling inside of you, and it's very overwhelming, but we do what we can do to get by. The only way out is through, as I shared not too long ago, and we're living it right now. I know myself, the energies have been quite harsh, and speaking to a lot of you, you're feeling it as well. To feel the pressure, to feel that heart chakra actually open, it's not so pleasant. And a lot of the things that we're feeling right now aren't so pleasant. You got to be refined in the fire, and that's what we're all going through. To have this extreme pressure, it brings out the best in us, and for us to become a higher version of ourselves, we must go through it. We have to be refined by this pressure, and it's really not so great. And I'm kind of pick up how crazy the atmosphere is. I decided to come to this spot so I could get a little bit of a coverage for the trees here. Otherwise, maybe at the beach or out in the open or by the pond, the wind will be too much. But I want to let everyone feel what's really going on, the shift that's really going on. And if you're open, you're going to feel it. If you make that first step, and I've shared this before, the second you take that first step for true ascension, all of a sudden your world might fall apart. And the things that you've been holding on for your entire life, they're coming up to the surface right now. I could reflect on my journey and to really think and say, you know what? It's been quite crazy. Like, it did not get better. You almost feel like whatever you were dealing with, you got it again. You still got it again. And it's actually testing us to have true faith in the unknown. And it's difficult to really go into that unknown to have absolutely no evidence. On my journey, there were many times in my life, a lot of you have been on the journey with me for a while, and I had zero evidence, but I had faith, and I went into the unknown with the faith. And there's not really much going on, so I shouldn't really have this much anxiety. But maybe you're feeling this and you understand what I'm talking about. You feel like you got to hurry up and do something. You feel like this impending doom almost, but there's really not much going on. So if that resonates with you, let us know in the comments. But we are nature, and as the world changes, so are we, if we're going to remain here. The Schumann resonance has been spiking. We've been seeing a lot of anomalies. Recently, another black line glitch. And a lot of those blackouts represent a timeline jump. And we're jumping timelines. And it's very overwhelming. People, things, and situations may fall off your timeline. You might be witnessing that in the now moment. Things don't seem to make sense. But I have an old school phrase, Light Warriors, and it works a lot of the time. Let it marinate. This is a time period where you're going to have to let things marinate. Maybe after the little bit of chaos that's happening, things will, fall back into place. Or maybe things you didn't really see the truth of them, or maybe it was something to catapult you, a catalyst. I talk about catalyst events. This overall is a catalyst event that we're living through this in the now moment. A major catalyst for us to become a greater version of ourselves. And it really isn't so, it ain't so great to feel the shaking that is occurring. And, once again, met with another day. I feel more and more we're connected to the sun. You might be like me, I have to be outside when it's nice, and to experience the wind at the extreme that it was today, to see that stirring, you can't get comfortable, and it's such a awkward feeling. It's a terrible feeling that you just absolutely can't get comfortable. And you know, maybe you're experiencing that now as well. And you know, a little earlier in the day, I found a little corner, and there was sunlight in there, and I was able to get in there, in that corner. So the wind was whipping around. I was like, wow, this is like a hurricane wind, but it's maybe we're in the solar flash hurricane, but it was like hurricane winds, but it was blazing sun. So it's a very strange time. And you know, you let us know if you're experiencing volatile energies where you're living. You know, the atmosphere, it really is the physical of what we're living in, which is the Schumann resonance. And you know, even when you think about lightning on the earth, you know, I feel like a lot of us are experiencing a lot of lightning bolts of electricity coursing through us. It's not so easy. And to reflect on our lives and reflect on things that maybe was your Kensho your entire life. A lot of people dealing with loneliness. A lot of people dealing with health issues. A lot of people dealing with trying to make ends meet. You know, as I speak all these things, and we learn that there's 8 dimensions of wellness, and across the board, you know, simply by raising the vibrational frequency of the world, a lot of you hear this phrase, but that kind of helps all aspects, because each person is going to deal with a different issue that's coming up to the surface. Our bodies are restructuring at an energetic level at this time. And how long will this take, and where will we go when we come out of this? Who knows? But the only thing that you can do is the greatest advice that I've ever given, and it is our phrase, and it is to keep going. You know, I could, you know, be upset about certain things. I could, you know, say, oh, you know, oh, this is never going to change. Well, if it does or if it doesn't, what are you going to do? We can't stop living. We have to keep going. You know, there is a warrior mentality that is needed at this time. A warrior mentality, because it's not so bright and chipper to deal with the densities that are coming up. And if you are, you know, feeling this energy where it's too much, it literally felt too much over the past few days. And it's not like you're almost sensitive, more sensitive to, you know, if something is like maybe a level 2 or 3 on the stress scale, that level 2 or 3 feels like it's like an 8 or a 9, all right? And everything is kind of amplified. You know, there's celestial bodies, there's shifts that are occurring. You know, when these things shift, it goes beyond just maybe, you know, oh, it's a spiritual thing, but it actually is shifting us, just like the waters of the planet, the waters of our body. There are gravitational forces that are pulling on us. There are light codes that are coming in from the Great Solar Flash event, and these codes are restructuring us and giving us energies. And as we're going through this, you know, emotions, what are emotions? It's energy in motion. So these emotions are coming up to the surface. You know, my journey was not easy over the past few years. How about yourself? A lot of God's people dealt with it in the past few years. All right, they said that the devil has come down with great anger, for he knows his time is short. So that short season, when you think of your lifespan in the history of humanity, it actually is a short season, but it doesn't make it okay, because a lot of people still have to deal with these traumas and the things that they went through, and now we have to kind of do a little bit of spring cleaning. All right, so you know, these are the energies. You know, as I'm leaving this, we are in March, and we're approaching that spring cleaning sensation. That spring cleaning is so important. And you know, when you start to declutter, when you start to drop those densities out of your house, you know, you might feel a lot better. You open the windows, you get some fresh air in, you move all the furniture, you dump that baggage. This is your home. This is the vessel. This is really your only home, you know. And this is the vessel that you're going to operate going through this reality. So you're going to have to cleanse this body and listen and sit with it. And what are these energies telling us? And it is also a moment for us to really embrace self-respect. This is something that I've been talking about on the channel. This is an energy that's coming up in the past week. It's really a time for self-respect. And you might say, you know what, I've had it. I'm tired. I'm tired of being disrespected at work. I'm tired of being disrespected by women. I'm tired of being disrespected by men. Whatever your lens is, you got to say enough is enough, and I deserve. A lot of people, and this is the subconscious programming, a lot of people, you know, in childhood, you were given maybe wrong subconscious programs. And the more that we learn, you know, the next generation, they won't have to deal with the things that we dealt with. A lot of people were given that subconscious program. They developed it at a young age that maybe you don't deserve. Well, you do deserve. I deserve, you know, maybe a great lifestyle. I deserve a great girlfriend. I deserve a great boyfriend. I deserve to live in paradise. I deserve to be free and sovereign. Okay, so and again, if you're unsure what really calls you, you got to go to that energy that I shared that we're focused on: freedom, sovereignty. When you're free, when you're truthfully free, okay, everything else will kind of fall into place. A lot of people are living somebody else's life. A lot of people, they were a cog. They were tricked into being a cog in the matrix. I gave you a little bit of advice several months back. It's a very powerful video, and it's when you get to the realization where nobody gives a shit about you. And once you realize that, you say, oh, you know what? You were in this job and you just oh, I was just a cog in this job, right? Maybe they actually didn't care about you. They might just pull you out and they might put something in. You have to leave this life, and this is the energy that's coming up right now. We're leaving a life of obligation and we're entering a life of creation. This is the main theme. You got to stick to these energies right now. You got to get up off the knees. You got to rise up. You got to tell God, I deserve these things. Okay, I deserve to live with the actual laws of the universe, right? Like the universal law of free will. And a lot of people's free will, you know, it was kind of manipulated, if you will, in the past few years. We got to say no more. The more that we enter the age of authenticity, the more we enter the age of light, leaving the age of darkness. Light is information, darkness the lack of information. And a lot of people, they made wrong decisions with the information available at the time. Remember, science only answers questions with the information available at the time. So authentically on our journey, when you make decisions, when you answer questions, should I move here? Should I get in this relationship? Should I, do this job? You know, should I do this wellness program, whatever it might be? You were given certain tidbits of information. You could only, when you move forward and you're making your free will decisions, you could only answer questions with the information available at the time. A lot of you that have been on this journey, you know that this is the event. What's the event, Uncle Mike? Oh, it's the expansion of human consciousness. And when the collective consciousness expands, then you have that information available to you. Now, every person across the world can make better, life-changing decisions. It's time to make the right decisions. It's time to make the best decisions. It's time to embrace who you truthfully are. I know this energy, it really does feel like it's too much right now. You might feel aggravated, you might feel anger, but I would approach the anger with the Dr. Gabor method. It is the healthy anger that's making us rise up, making the lions roar. You got to roar up to God and you say, no more. You got to release me, and I'm going to be released, and I'm going to move forward. That's the healthy anger that drives you, which is actually part of the immune system. That's your immune system telling you that something's wrong. So you have to focus. You have to be a warrior. You have to move forward with laser pinpoint accuracy. You know, the winds are stirring. This is the stirring that you feel inside of you at this time. And it's not easy. It's not an easy journey. But in the end, the only thing that we could expect is change. A lot of change. You have to say no more. You have to manage these energies. And if you feel like it's just too much right now, know that we're all going through it. We're a family and a community at this time. Please comment down below. What are you feeling? Comment to each other's comments. These are our everyday lives. This is the greatest community out there. So if today's message resonates with you, please smash that like button. Would you do that? I really appreciate that. Leave a comment and hit subscribe. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm your High Commander, and I use different modalities to improve your everyday life, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Let's be well-rounded. Let's not be one-dimensional, right? Let's be fifth-dimensional. How about that? It's time for changes. It's time to birth something new. We're going through the birthing pains right now. I know it feels like it's just way too much, but you have to go into the unknown with faith. So I love you all. I hope this message helps you. And manage your energies. Get moving. Watch my video. God tells you to move. You got to move the body. Move the body. Get to grounding. Get to nature. Get back to the basics. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. And we'll make it over the 5D bridge. We're getting over that bridge. It goes higher and higher, but then it's going to be smooth sailing going down the other side. I love you all. Hold the line, family.